I believe that Islam is creating a really dangerous generation, especially now. They're dangerous for themselves and the society. The book itself is a very dangerous book. It's evil book. You've got no idea how evil. They come to Muhammad and they ask him, "It's all right to have this woman, but we don't want to come inside them." Muhammad said, "Yeah, it's okay. It's not about Islam. It's about having a woman taking a slave." All these scholars, look at the Tabari, they try to explain the Quran. For them, Quran is correct, and they have to explain it to make sure it's still correct. I had so many problems, depression. I thought about suicide. When you leave Islam, you start understanding why it is. But when you're inside Islam, when you like deep inside, your brain is locked. But when you leave Islam, you start to clearly see things. You have to understand. If you say something against Quran or against Muhammad,
I'm getting a feeling that you were starting to dislike Muhammad's actions.
I feel like disgusted with this
So
man.
instead of the prophet from Allah, he's the prophet from the
devil.
The devil,
Satan.
yeah, Satan.
There is good things in Quran. Definitely there is good things in Quran, but it's only a few pages probably. So don't listen to scholars because they lie and they lie a lot.
Hi, this is Uncle Sam. I have my friend here. I have spoken to him in the past. He's been coming here to the park. He is an ex-Muslim, which is really interesting because he comes from a Middle Eastern background. I don't know if I can say the country you're from, or
You can say North Africa.
North Africa.
One of the.
Okay, so it's not like the Middle East, like the Syria, Jordan, or Arab country.
Yeah.
He's a North African ex-Muslim. His family, I think we're obscuring. Ex-Sunni. So his family, which is not in the same country right now, but they're in same continent, I guess I could say, are still not. I think they're still following their old Islamic faith, and he has a feeling for his brother, sister to show them the truth. And it's very interesting because it was. I wanted to get a little bit more deeper into how and when this happened and how it happened that he found out that Islam was not from God, and he has faith in Christianity, and how he came to the faith in Christianity. So my friend, and I want to protect his privacy, so I wouldn't give out his name, and we're obscuring his face. So please tell us, wherever you want to start, wherever you feel it's the right place for you to start with your just a little testimony, so people can see that there are Muslims that Jesus is reaching out to even now.
So do you want to how I left Islam?
Yeah, so you would start with how you left Islam, and then what happened with Christianity. How did you find Christianity?
Actually, it wasn't easy. It took so long to leave Islam.
How long did it take?
I can't remember. Between 6 to 8 months, probably a year. When I started.
I've heard people taking like years to leave Islam.
Yes, probably. It's true. I started I don't know how. One day I just wanted to know. I mean, I felt like I need to know more about Muhammad life. I mean, history, biography of Muhammad, Islam. I like history. I like history. So like to want go deep in history of Muhammad, companion of Muhammad, Islam, how Islam spread. Just curious. I mean, I was Muslim, curious.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but I just wanted to see: is your family religious, or when you grew up, how much were you into Islam, or did you?
I was since I remember. I mean, I was young. I was start praying. I was in Sunni. I started in. I start like if you know when I was young, I was in what they call Kashafa Islamiyya. Kashafa Islamiyya.
Oh, you mean like a organization, like a militant organization kind of that brings boys up to be like jihadists and stuff.
No, not jihadists, just
but more fundamentalist.
Yeah, just to teach them about Islam.
And make them like a da'i or something like.
Teach them about Islam. Okay. At that time, I remember we were reading a lot about from Muslim brothers, Egyptian Muslim brothers.
Oh, Muslim Brotherhood.
Hassan al-Banna.
Is it Egyptian Brotherhood?
Egyptian
Muslim
organization.
Brotherhood. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Where it's like our leaders, like the people who teaching us.
This
like,
was
they're
during
bringing
what
us
time? In the 80s or 90s?
90s.
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 Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, with the small books.
Okay, so you have
How to be
booklets
a
and
good
stuff.
Muslim, how to
okay.
practice, to be a good Muslim, how to practice Islam properly.
Okay.
And yeah, that started like that. And I grew up
How
like
old
that.
were you at that time?
I started, I think, 13 years.
13 years. Okay, good.
Before that, I wasn't. Before that, I wasn't like serious. I was. I mean, I like go playing football. I like not serious, but 13, 14, I started like because friends of mine introduced me to the group. So I started going with them. In summer we go out, exploring different part of the country. In North Africa, I don't want to say the country. So go to summer for 1 month, practicing Islam, learning more Islam. And I stayed with them for a long time, 4 years. After that, one day, because they were more into politics, I didn't like it. And I felt like these people, when I started growing up, I started, these people are more into politics than Islam, proper Islam. They just want to have, place in government, place in. So I left them and become Muslim Salafi. I mean,
what is a Salafi? Can you tell me what a Salafi is?
Salafi, like you follow Muhammad life exactly.
The
What he
Sunnah.
said, Sunnah, what he said, how he lived. So you follow exactly how they become good Muslim. Take him a good example. And I used to do things, I feel ashamed now to say it, but I used to do things to be like him.
What did you used to do?
I mean, even how he urinate, standing up. Not standing up, sitting.
And did you shake it 3 times or something? As Muhammad did?
No, there's not like you sit. You don't urinate when you're standing up. You have to sit.
No, but you have to shake it 3 times.
I don't know about this. To be
Okay,
honest.
no, I've heard about that, but anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I do it for a while. After that, I stopped because
Islam
it's
is like
not,
totally obsessed with the toilet. I don't know why.
That's true.
I
So
don't know
I
why.
stopped it because it wasn't. You can't practice it properly. I mean, properly. So I
Because
tried.
he used to have 3 stones, right? Did you carry 3 stones around?
No. That's we go to toilet, go water. So we use water.
I'm just kidding.
We don't
I'm
use
just
toilet
kidding.
paper.
I'm
We
just
use
kidding.
water actually.
All right.
So
Gotcha.
that's one the story of Muhammad. He used to use, it's true. He used to use 3 stones or dry, the
What?
the what do you call
The
it?
camel doo-doo.
Yeah.
Oh,
if it's,
wow.
If it's dry,
Camel poo.
If it's dry,
Yeah.
He can use that, but you can use bones. He said the bones is the food of jinn. So don't
really?
use the bones.
Don't
use the
bones.
stones or the dry.
Wow, he's very
The
particular, man.
I don't know where he brought
Where
this,
he got
where
this.
he
So
got
maybe,
this, but
well,
no
he's a
idea.
messenger of Allah. So Allah is teaching
the
him
Jewish, actually,
how to
they teach
use
him-
the toilet.
Yeah,
Okay,
the Jews,
cool.
They teach him how to.
All right.
So I started reading about biography. Tried to be more interested in history. Actually, I was more interested in history,
Okay, got you.
and I was shocked when I started reading and from the mother's books. I don't because I know this the scholar they lie, they try to hide things. I understand that because they feel ashamed. But I said no. Okay, there is internet, there is PDF books. This is because those books is very expensive. You can't get. I mean, you don't gonna spend £80 or
Right,
£120 for a book.
For a book,
So
right.
PDF, download it, and you've got it on your computer. So and you read it. And I was shocked, especially from Ghazawat Muhammad,
Ghazawat Muhammad.
the war Muhammad did.
Oh, Ghazwa. Okay,
Ghazwat
Ghazwa means war.
al-Nusira.
Yeah, Ghazwa
And
means
he
war.
did more than 70.
70 wars.
More than 70. Some of them they reach up to 80, 90. Depends of the
So
historian.
these were all
Everyone-
defensive
yeah.
wars. The Christians and the Jews were attacking him, right?
No, Muslims
That's what the
attacking
Muslim-
other tribes.
Why the Muslims keep telling us they never attack? They only fight because they were attacked. They always tell us that.
Yeah. Since Muhammad migrated from in Mecca 13 years, he didn't do anything. It was just like I don't know. It's like peaceful Islam.
Okay.
Really peaceful Islam, cute Islam. And when
Because he had no
migrated-
army at that time.
He didn't have army, of course.
Yeah.
And when he migrated,
Yeah.
things changed, and he started attacking the caravans of Quraysh. His
Oh,
own,
his own tribe.
yeah, and he tried to steal their caravan from. I mean, they said there was. It's not Badr. It's not the first war. There was before that. There was about 6 before that.
6 before
He
that.
tried to steal their caravans, and Quraysh they were really patient with him.
Because I remember seeing something where it says it's okay to steal from them because I guess,
Yeah, he said God, he gave him 5 things he didn't give the other prophet. One of them is ghanima. What's it? This,
Ghanima,
is,
Male Ghanima.
Yeah,
Male
it's,
Ghanima is what do you call that? War booty.
war booty. Yeah,
War
this
booty.
one of them he gave him.
Okay.
And I mean, all the war wasn't about Islam. It was about money,
Money,
slaves.
slaves.
It was nothing to do with Islam.
Okay.
It's just attacking. And sad stories about the 3 tribes of Jewish tribe in Medina. Exterminate the whole tribes, Bani Qurayza.
Oh yeah, that was
I just-
800 people in one day.
They say between 600 to
And
900.
So 900. So what's his name? Ali said his hand was tired from chopping off the
Tied
heads.
from, was really, I mean, was this, massacre.
Wow.
And children were included in that.
Really?
Younger than, because they said they were,
They were looking at if they
they're
had pubic
looking
hair.
at pubic hair.
Oh.
And of course a child started having pubic hair since
Yeah.
12 years.
Wow. So he killed 12-year-old boys.
The problem is the contradiction in Islam. It says وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. What does it mean? You don't judge a person with, if his father did something wrong, you don't judge the son.
Yeah.
But Muhammad, the whole tribe, he
Whole tribe,
exterminated
yeah.
the whole tribe for the leaders. If
For
the
the
leaders
leaders,
tried
yeah.
to
If the
betray
leader-
him,
yeah. The
why-
children didn't do the
why the
betraying,
chi-
so why were the children paying for
even he
yeah.
killed in that tribe an old blind man. Well, the blind man is not
He
gonna.
killed blind men?
Was blind, yeah. That's why it was it's mentioned in Sir in his Bani Qurayza. There were old blind man, very old man. He killed him as well.
Wow.
Is he included in?
Why did he kill a blind man? That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
I don't-
Well,
no one knows how he
I
was
don't know.
thinking.
We'll find out, I guess, one day.
And they say the guy who he suggested that was called Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Mu'ad. He was dying, and he told Muhammad, yeah, we their men, and we take the woman and children as slave. And Muhammad said, yeah, that's the judgment of God. And he said when he died, he died just probably a few hours after that, after the massacre. And they said the throne of God shaked. The problem here, Muhammad, when he died, nothing happened.
Right.
And that guy, the throne of God shaked. And Muhammad, when he died, there was nothing.
No, they were leaving him out, so they thought maybe he's going to come back or his
Yeah, they
body
left-
will not rot.
They left
And after
him.
4 days, they said,
It
let's
was
put
3
it
days.
because he was
there
stinking.
nothing. Yeah, he was stinking. There was hot and stuff. Before that tribe, there was another tribe, it's Banu Qaynuqa, and he was going to as well for no reason.
Wow.
And he tied their hand because he besieged them for 20 days.
Yeah.
And one day, they were running out of water or food, and they surrendered. They told Muhammad, okay, we surrender to you,
Yeah.
and we leave. We let you take. And Muhammad, he tied their hand,
Yeah.
and he was going to for no reason.
Wow.
For when you read the story, there is a story they mention about a Jewish guy. He uncovered a woman, and there was a fight, and Muslim come. He took revenge because of the woman. It doesn't make sense. This story. Why you judge the whole tribe for just small incident?
small
You
incident.
can ask for
Helpless.
So he was going to kill the whole tribe as well. The Banu Qurayza. It's the first tribe that expelled them from Medina, but he didn't. When you read Sirah, he was going to kill them, and just because one guy, he was a companion of Muhammad, but they call him the hypocrite. Muslim. He's the biggest hypocrite at that time. He was Muslim, Abdullah ibn Salul. he went to Muhammad and he held him Muhammad was wearing his shield and he was going to kill. I mean, he was ready for killing, and he held him like that, and he told him, "I'm not let you go to kill them. I'm not gonna let you kill this tribe. These people, they helped me in the past." And Muhammad was telling him, "Let me go, let me go." He told me, I'm not going to let you go. Until you promise me, you don't touch them.
Yeah.
Just expel them." And Muhammad, and he said, "Okay, take them." So it doesn't make sense. Why you for a small incident? And that's one of the reasons. There's a story of Qurfa. She was saying just poetry against Muhammad. Just poetry.
Oh yeah. I heard that story. He had 2 camels tear her apart.
That's it. He sent his adopted son.
That's an unbelievable story, man.
And he split the woman in 2.
And then he said that 2 goats will not lock heads over this woman.
No, it's not about this woman.
It was something else.
Another woman.
Another woman.
In Medina. He sent one of his companions. During the night, she was sleeping with, she had children, and she had a baby, and he's in the chest. And he come to Muhammad, did something wrong? And Muhammad told him, no. 2 goats, don't fight.
Don't fight for this.
This.
I'm getting a feeling that you were starting to dislike Muhammad's actions when you were starting to figure out what's going on.
When I read his story, my skin started.
You were having goosebumps.
And I feel like disgusted with this
So
man.
instead of the prophet from Allah, he's the prophet from the hell.
From
Satan.
The devil.
Satan. Yeah, Satan.
When you read Sirah like Ibn Hisham or Sirah al-Halabiyah, when they see like Muhammad sent like 15 men or 14 men or 200 or 300, or he go by himself with the army, they don't say anything about Islam. They just say, we reach them, we returned with the slaves, we returned the money.
It's not like they went there and tried to preach Islam to them and they were attacking them and they had to defend themselves. This is what they will tell us.
Anything. Like, when you read this Sirah, it's historical, it's a fact. They don't mention anything. They mention like they walk during the night because they don't want anyone to know where they're going. So they hide. They sleep during the day and they walk during the night until they reach that tribes. They attack them, take the women. There is a Ghazwat al-Mustaliq, it's famous, and they attack these tribes. And they took the woman as the woman slave. And they come to Muhammad and they told, it's so disgusting when you read it. And they told Muhammad, that make you understand what they were thinking exactly, companion of Muhammad. They come to Muhammad and they ask him, Muhammad, is it alright to have sex with this woman, but we don't want to come inside them? Muhammad said, yeah, it's okay. So you understand the reason that these people, this companion of Muhammad, it's not about Islam, it's about taking a slave.
Right. So this is the reason why you start losing faith in Islam.
Losing faith in Muhammad and losing faith in Islam, of course.
Of course. So where were you when this was happening to you? Where were you? Were you here in England?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was not a long time ago. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So all this time you were atheist.
I was atheist, yeah. And I stayed atheist for.
So when this happened to you,
I stayed atheist for a year, if I remember properly. I stayed atheist for a year. I had so many problems, depression. I thought about because
that's very serious.
Islam was very important to me. Islam was, my relation with Allah, God of Islam, of course, is so deep.
Because they teach you that
try to please Allah. When I read the Quran, you don't understand Quran properly. I just reading it just to get more ajr.
What do they call that? Because in Islam you get either points. It's like point system. God is like how many prayers you did, how many times you read the Quran. Every time you do it, you get extra points.
In Judgment Day, in Judgment Day, more you read the Quran, more you go up. Okay. So
it's a whole system.
You get the best place in paradise.
Best house in paradise. Like the penthouse.
Exactly, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, with the best of the huris.
Best,
Best of the huris.
Jannah is
The
like,
blondies.
Jannah is like Jannah is like
Many levels?
many levels.
Really?
So Jannah is
I didn't
many
know
levels. The best people go to the best levels. It's mujahideen.
Oh, the mujahideen go to the
that's
VIP.
VIP. That's
Oh.
why they, the Muslim.
That's why they're ready to do that.
Yeah, and they get
They're like-
70 hor. But if no mujahid, if you die, you get just 2 hor in.
Really?
But if you die as fighting jihad, you get 70 or 72. I can't remember.
72, I think, is the same number of.
So that's why Islam encourage killing. And there's hadith. They say if when you die as mujahid, and you see what God is gonna offer you, you wish you die again, and you fight again, and you die again, and you fight again, die again.
Yeah.
When you leave Islam, you start understanding why it is. But when you're inside Islam, when you're like deep inside, and you're Muslim, your brain is locked. Like you don't think about this.
No.
But when you leave Islam, you start to clearly see things. What?
Just tell me a little bit more about your how you come to Christ, or what happened. Did you meet anybody, or how did you?
And I
where you were?
felt when I was atheist, I felt something wrong with. It's not the right way. I mean, if you understand, human are religious people. They worship.
Oh yeah, because
They
God has
worshiping.
made us. Yes.
If you
It's in us.
Worship
It's in us.
divine, you're gonna worship something else.
Okay.
So I felt like I'm
So
worshiping.
there's a
my
need in
desire.
us
I
for
feel
God.
like I'm worshiping my desire. I'm worshiping, and
You're worshiping yourself, and
there's
you
nothing
made your
gonna-
own God.
Yeah, there's nothing gonna stop me from doing anything wrong.
Right, because there is no morality.
There's no God. There's nothing.
God.
And I felt,
You felt a little bit
there's
lost in
something
that.
lost.
In that scene. Yeah. Okay. So what happened then?
Story of Jesus. There is 100%. It's a true story. He existed. So I tried to find out more. And
So how did you come over the feeling of like Muhammad didn't die on the cross? What made you think, oh sorry, Jesus didn't die on the cross in Islam, but in Christianity he died on the cross, right? Because
it doesn't make sense in Islam because Allah deceived people for 600 years.
Right. But the other thing is, one thing that I found out that it's so blatant. I'm gonna talk to other Muslims today about this topic, and you tell me about it, because in the Quran it says explicitly that Allah said about Jesus that I'm gonna have you die and then I'm gonna raise you up to me. And the Muslims say he was raised up without dying.
Yeah, he was raised up without dying. Yeah.
But that's what they say, but the Quran doesn't say that. In the Quran it says the opposite. And since you read Arabic, if you go to that verse right now, you will see in Arabic, and you can, because I translated it Google, because you know what, you go to Quran.com and you look at the translation and it doesn't say he died. It just says Allah raised him up to himself. And when you Google the Google translate the Arabic from that verse, it says Allah said, I will
when he was a baby, he's mentioned that when he was a baby, they say like when Maryam brought him, and he say wassalamu alayhi yawma amutu wa yawma ub'atu hayya. So that means he's gonna die and he's gonna rise again. But Muslim, they say no, that's after. When he come down, he's gonna die.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that. If you do me a favor, if you have your phone, just go to that verse for me, because I want to make sure that I didn't read it incorrectly. I want to make sure you go to that verse where Allah. I think it's what chapter? I thought I knew which chapter it was. I think it's 4 or 5. Just Google it. Just Google.
In Arabic, because
Arabic. Read the Arabic and then tell me what it means.
Say. إذ قال الله يا عيسى إني متوفيك ورافعك إلي ومطهرك من الذين كفروا وجاعل الذين اتبعوك فوق الذين كفروا إلى يوم القيامة ثم إلي مرجعكم فأحكم بينكم فيما كنتم فيه تختلفون.
Okay, so what does it say?
Okay, let's go.
I just want to know when is Allah saying that I will raise you up to me?
So Allah is speaking to Jesus.
Jesus, yes.
So I will kill you. No,
I will make you die. Yes, you will die, and then I will raise you.
And I will raise you.
Okay, no, that's exactly what it says. Yeah, I will cause you to die, and then I will raise you.
Raise
correct?
you.
Is that the
Correct.
correct
That's correct,
translation?
yeah, that's
okay,
correct
and that is what the Google translation tells us.
Exactly.
However, if you go to Quran.com and look at this translation in English, it doesn't say that. And Allah said, "Oh Jesus, I am gathering thee and causing thee to ascend unto me."
But here,
It doesn't say anything about dying. That's why Muslims say Jesus
but here,
goes.
Ibn Kathir, where he say, اختلف المفسرون, where he say, the scholar, they're not sure what's the meaning of that.
Oh, the
إني
scholar,
متوفيك
but
ورافعك
you
إليك.
and I and Google knows the meaning, but the scholars don't know the meaning.
Yeah, because they can't contradict the Quran. They can't contradict
That's
Muhammad.
what. No, but the thing is that it's not just Muslims lying to us here. Even their historical scholars are lying to us.
Yeah.
So that's how
That's the
deep
prob-
this
You
problem
have to
is.
understand this. I'll tell you what the problem was. Why the problem. All these scholars, Ibn Kathir or Tabari, they try to explain the Quran. They cause so many problems. One of them, for them, Quran is correct, and they have to explain it to make sure it's still correct.
Yeah.
So they don't.
So they're making
if
sense
they-
out of stuff that doesn't
yeah,
make
if
sense.
the Quran say like there is a
Yeah.
contradiction here. Exactly,
Right.
there is a contradiction between these two verses.
Right.
So that one is say, "I will make you die, and
and
raise
then
you."
raise you.
The other one say, "We didn't. They didn't crucify him.
Yeah,
but
he
he raised
raised
him." up." So there is contradiction. But the scholar, you have to understand, this scholar were living under the Khalifa Abbasiyin,
Ah,
and Abbasiyin
yeah.
are famous for the
Abbasids.
violence.
Violence.
If you say something against Quran or against Muhammad,
You're, if you read Islam, you leave Islam. That's another saying that we've heard a lot of people say. So people who are Muslim are because they don't know Islam. They've never read the stories, and they've only heard what their imams have told them, and they have told them lies. As he has said, once he started reading, he found out all the lies, and there's another saying that goes, "Islam without lies, Islam dies." And this is what this is all about. You have a live example of a Muslim leaving Islam after finding out the truth. So Islam is nothing but a bunch of lies, comes from the deceiver Allah, sends Muhammad to deceive people, and now Muslims are here to deceive us.
I know there is some good Muslim. Definitely, there is good Muslim in this world. Not all Muslims are bad.
Right.
But
But Islam is
majority-
different than Muslims, yeah.
The majority, they've got no idea how how Islam is dangerous for their life.
They're
their
very
life.
dangerous. Most dangerous thing out there. Yeah.
I mean, the book itself is a very dangerous book, and I found out, yeah, it's how do you say, it's the, no, I can't to say, it's evil book, to be honest.
Evil is the right word. I think
It's
you got
evil,
the right word.
evil book.
It's
I
nothing
mean,
but
you've
evil.
got no idea how evil. Even if there's some good Muslim, I know that I met so many. I used to have good friends,
Oh
Muslim.
no, I had all
They
Muslim
go-
friends. I never
They
had
had
Christian friends. When I
nothing to
grew
do
up, I
with
had Muslim friends.
yeah. But the problem they didn't
good
know the
Muslim
history of
friends,
Islam.
very good people,
They've got
yeah.
their own version of Islam.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Oh,
had,
no, no, no.
I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
my own version of Islam.
Yeah.
And when found out the true
Right.
version of Islam,
Even when they find out that they say, no, I'm not going to believe it, they're just like holding on to like, no, don't tell me it's so bad. It's like, I feel sorry for them. Like, is this really how you have to live your life, your spiritual life, is to like hold on to something that you've made yourself believe when it's not the truth? So,
I believe that Islam is creating a really dangerous generation, especially now, and it's, that even these people, they're dangerous for themselves and the society itself.
yeah, but
they're
but
not
all the
aware.
Muslim
They're
countries
not
are
aware of it.
mostly corrupt and like
Yeah.
destroyed, and because of but now they're here and they want to change this into Islamic society, and that's the danger.
Because they've got no idea what they. That's the problem.
They see that they
The
left a
version-
country that was Islamic, that was completely destroyed, and because of Islam has a history of each other. Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, whatever. They're always fighting each other.
Since that of Muhammad, the Muslims were each other.
Exactly.
I mean, if you read the history of Islam, they killed. I mean, the number of Muslims died between them,
Between them,
probably more than,
more than what the others
they
killed them.
killed more.
Really?
Okay, so I guess what I'm asking is, how would you briefly summarize, like how would you let somebody know that Allah is not the one true God, like the God of the Bible? Do you have any
Do you think that God of the Bible is the God of Islam?
No, they're not the same, of course.
Okay, because that's what they say.
But they, yeah, the
That's the
Muslim
question.
claim they're not the same.
Why do you think it's not the same? What makes you feel like, because everybody thinks that, they believe in God and they,
Sorry, in Islam, Christian are kafir, mushrik, to be honest.
But that's what they
and
believe.
that's a big sin in Islam.
Right.
Even in Quran mentioned that when you associate Jesus and Mary with Islam, it's like the mountain is gonna.
yeah, it's like the biggest sin. It's like the biggest
yeah.
sin. But the problem is that the Bible, God is a father to the Jews, right? He's the father of the Jews. But in Islam, it says Allah cannot be a father to anyone.
It's not father of Jews. It's like before Islam, the Jews was like Allah choose them.
Yeah,
from
chosen people.
all
Chosen
the-
people is
the
another
chosen
thing.
people.
But the
And
Jews in the Bible call him father.
Okay, I didn't know
And
that.
the Bible, the Jews, God calls himself the father of Jews. Like
Okay.
they're his children. Basically.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
What message would you like to give those Muslims who might be considering Christianity and might be a little bit scared to accept?
I understand it's hard to can live in Islam and become Christian. That takes so long. I would tell Muslim, just read, don't listen to the scholars. Read the history of Islam. Read the famous books of Islam, especially history of life of Muhammad, life of his companion.
Like
And you-
Kilby, the book of idols.
and you understand the reason of Islam, what's all about. It's not about spreading Islam. It's about slavery, killing, money, sex all the time in their head. All the companion of Muhammad all the time, even in
Yeah.
paradise.
Right.
So that's all.
So
That's
even
all,
the paradise,
That's
you
all
didn't
what's
wanna-
about Islam.
you wanted to make sure
there is
that-
good things in Quran. Definitely, there is good things in Quran. Like any other book, you're gonna find good things and bad things. But it's only a few pages probably. So
Gotcha.
if you start at 10, so yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm gonna tell you. Read, don't listen to scholars because they lie and they lie a lot.
Right.
You can-
All right. Thank you,
No
brother.
problem.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care.